For celebration of my favorite game with my favorite region, well, it's my first region, it's gonna be beating Heartgold with only Hoenn Pokemon, aka my Hoenn Team. And of course, who would have thunk? I picked Mudkip. I'm using Mudkip as my starter. What a shock, am I right? Alright, let's get this show started. Oh, by the way it's gonna work is I'll get another Pokemon after, we'll say, every gym batch. You know, I'll have 2 right now, then, you know, get 3rd after, yeah, you get it. 3rd after Faulkner, 4th after Bugsy, 5th after Whitney, then after I beat Morty, I can have my full team of 6 if I want. Okay, let's get this started. Okay, so the professor, he gives me an egg, and he calls it Prickly. Huh. January 0, 2000. Damn, you got this in the Twilight Zone, didn't you? Alright, I guess I'll look after it. This random guy said Hoenn 2 out of 10, too much water, so I took care of him real fast. What's hatching? A Cacnea? He is prickly. Yay. PSI. So a little story about Cacnea. Oh, I don't know if I mentioned this yet. This is actually my first ever team I used in Ruby, I believe it was. So yeah. Prepare to be blown by my stupidity of a team. By stupidity, I mean, honestly, not that bad of a team I crafted when I was like 6 years old. Alright, Faulkner, let's do this. He leads off with Pidgey, lead off with Cacnea. I C-bomb it, then he switches out to Pidgeotto. I keep C-bombing it, it goes down. Then my Mudkip water guns the rest of his Pokemon away. Your precious bird Pokemon defeated by a Cactus and Axolotl. My Professor Elm told me to meet his assistant, and he gave me another egg. This time he called it Tears. Or the next one's gonna be called Blood and Sweat Elm. You have weird names, man. The egg he gave me, it's hatching. And it's a Torkoal. Huh. You know what? You're an anime fan. I appreciate that, Elm. Proton time. He leads off with Zubat. He supersonics me, but I ember right through it. And his coughing goes down to a few embers as well. Yeah, it's not really something surprising. Speaking of not surprising, time to fight Bugsy. And well, I start embering down his Scyther. It actually gets burned after it. So yeah, that was easy. So all his Pokemon went down. Who would have thought having a tanky fire type would absolutely obliterate Bugsy? The first femboy in Pokemon. Trademark that. Professor Allen gave me another egg. This time he called it What-a-Dog. What-a-Dog. Huh, wonder what that could be. Well, this What-a-Dog's evolving. And it's going to be a Shiny Electrike. Okay, so the story behind this is, like I said, this is my original Ruby team, and I actually found a Shiny Electrike. I caught it because, you know, it looks cool. They're like, huh, this one looks different. Oh well. So yeah, that's the story. I feel like that's like a lot of people's first story with a shiny. They just see like, oh wow, like they're young, like, oh wow, this is different. I'm gonna catch it, you know? Alright, time to fight Silver again. He leads off with his Ghastly. I water gun it down. Next up was his Bailey. I send out Torkoal. I embered it down. Last up was the Zubat, which confused me, but I burned it. I eventually took it out with more embers. Silver. You will regret saying 2 out of 10, too much water. I tell you what. Gambling. Minesweeper. You're giving my life away. Dad, come here! Alright, time to fight Whitney. I lead off with Electrike, and I just start Thunderbolting down. A Clefairy goes down easily. Next up's Miltank, which Stomp flinches my Water-Dog, and it goes down. Same with Cacnea. So yeah, that's lucky. Did I send out Torkoal? And surprised to get out with 2 Flamethrowers. Huh, who'd have thought? I just made steak. So, for beating Whitney, apparently, he gave me an egg called Cloud9. Huh, wonder what's in this. Alright, and the egg hatches into a Swablu. Huh, I guess that makes sense. Okay, Silver, let's do it. He leads off with his Ghastly, lead off with my Marshtomp. I surf it down a few times. Still with Bayleaf, I send out Torkoal to get out with the Flamethrower. Next up was his Magnemite. I stayed in Flamethrower, I got paralyzed. And no, it was Ghastly licked me. And last up was his Ghastly, and well, no, Zubat, I meant sorry, and I Flamethrowed it. I should really get a script. But nah, I ruined the shit. Alright, time to fight Morty. I lead off with Electrike and I Thunderbolt him down. Next, Gengar takes me out with the Shadow Ball. I send out Swablu, and well, at this point, it was just a long stall fest. I put him, since he only knows Sucker Punch to hit me with, so I eventually do take him out after a long stall fest. Since, you know, Swablu's a normal type of Horrible Balls. So he can't hit me with Shadow Ball, which is his only attacking move besides Sucker Punch, and well, he spammed the fuck. Next up was Haunter. He put me to sleep. By the way, this man hit almost every single Hypnosis he did. So whatever. Cloud9 went down. I sent out Chip. It did a red health. I surfed, took it out. Last time was the other Haunter. And I surfed, took it out, and that was Morty. You were kind of annoying. Okay, and Professor Elm said he sent me his last egg he made. It's called Shake. Well, I guess we'll see what it is. Okay, the egg's hatching. And it is... I guess I can see where the name came from. A Snorunt. Cool. At least he gave me a nice type. Alright, time to fight Chuck. He leads off with his Primeape. I lead off with my Marshtomp. Or Chip. I go for Surf, then he switches out to his Poliwrath. Then I send out Manectric. I Thunderbolt it down, take it out, and then Primeape goes down to a Thunderbolt too. Okay, now that's done. Time to face the Rocket people, and well, I'll lead off with Cloud9, and Cloud9 was able to actually Ice Beam his way through his entire team, basically. But then I switched to Wadox of accuracy. Alright, double battle time. Lead off with Marshtomp, I Mudshot the Arbok, 2 Mudshots, take it out, as Lance goes for Fly. Next up was his... what's it called? Gloom, so I just... Murkrow Ice Beamed it, Lance did his thing. Last up was his Gloom. I Ice Beamed it, he flied. Surprisingly ready to take me out, I finished him off. Okay, time to fight Price. He leads off with Sia, lead off with Watadog. I go for Thunderbolt and I one-shot it. Next is Pillow-Swine. I sent out Chip, I go for Surf. He does damage, he heals, he goes for Blizzard, couple Surfs take it out. Last up is Dugong, couple Thunderbolts do him in. Okay, and the last team leader to fight before I have to take on Team Rocket is Jasmine. One-shot her Magnemites, and then I just surf down her Steelix. Water Ground. What a good type, especially against Jasmine. Really should have had a Skarmory, if I'm being honest. Alright, time to fight Petrol again. And well, it's a Thunderbolt sweep. Says it's wheezing, it poisons me, but other than that, it's literally just Thunderbolt sweep through his entire team. Yeah, I don't know why they give him all coughings. At least keeps that Pokemon. Silver. Thunderbolt one-shots his Golbat. Meganium goes down a couple Flamethrowers. And next up's Haunter, Thunderbolt one-shots it. Next up Sneasel, Flamethrower. And then last up is his Magnemite and Flamethrower. Man, my gambling addiction really pays off in these challenges, huh? Alright, time to fight Proton. Ice Beam, 2 shots his Golbat, barely. He confuses me. I hate confusion so much. My luck's terrible. Next up's Wheezing. I Dragon's Breath it, and I eventually take it out. Okay, time to fight Ariana. She leads off with Arbok, a couple Mud Shots, take it out as I get glared. And then I miss one of my luck. Alright, next up, Vileplume, send out Shake. I Ice Beam it. 2 Ice Beams, take it out. Razzle took an acid quite well. Murkrow, use Pursuit, Ice Beam, one-shot it. Alright, time to fight Archer. He leads off with Houndour, Surf, one-shots it. Next up is Houndoom, and well, he bites me, Surf takes him out in 2 Surfs. Last up is Coughing with his low special defense, Surf, one-shots him. Plus Torrent. Oh, did 2 shots him. Alright, time to fight Claire. Thunderbolt, one-shots is her Gyarados. Next up are Dragonairs, which I send out Glalie. Then we evolve Glalie, just Ice Beam him down. Glalie is kind of a boring design, and I like it. That's my thing about Glalie. Alright, last up's our Kingdra, I'm sorry. I Thunderwaved it, then I start Thunderbolting it. She eats a berry, Thunderbolt it. Manectric goes down, I send out Altaria, finished off the Dragon's Breath. Okay, Silver, time for our final fight. Flamethrower one-shots his Sneasel. Next up is his Golbat. Thunderbolt one-shots it. Don't know why I sent out his Golbat. Next up is Meganium. I go for Flamethrower. Couple Flamethrowers to get out so System Reflect. Next up is his Haunter. Thunderbolt one-shots it. Next up is his Dabra. I go for Thunderbolt. One-shot it. Then last up is his Magneton. A couple Flamethrowers take it out. Wow, I'm getting... Alright, well, let's do this. He leads off with Zatu. I lead off with Watadog. Thunderbolt one-shots it. Next up is his Jinx. Flamethrower one-shots it. Next up is Executor. Well, Flamethrower one-shots it. God, this... I forgot how OP Manectric is. I think that's his name, Watadog. And yeah. Alright, next up's Kogo. He's off with his Ariados, lead off with Tears. I Flamethrower through his Fortress, and Ariados. Surprisingly, Fortress doesn't go for Protect. That's where Toxic Spikes. This with Venomoth, I Flamethrower it, take it out. Next up's his Muck, and well, because of Minimize, I missed almost all of my Flamethrowers. He eventually takes me out a couple Gunk Shots and shit. So yeah, that happened eventually. I sent out Cloud. I go for Dragon Pulse, take it out. Next up, Crobat. Couple Dragon Pulses, do it in. Last, went for Ice Beam on my bad. And yeah, that was that. Alright, time to fight Bruno. I Dragon Pulse his Hitmontop because I feared counter. Two of them took it out. Next up is his Onyx. Ice Beam one-shot it. I flew. I used Fly on his Hitmonchan. Went for Ice Punch. Then I went for Dragon Pulse on Machamp to do damage. He goes for Rock Slide. I go for Pluck. Eat his berry, and I finish him off. Last up's Hitmonlee. A couple flies, do it in after I miss. Because for some reason, I was missing, and so was he. It was weird. Alright, time to fight Karen. I Leech Seed and C-Bomb her Umbreon, which turns out to be a crit, so Leech Seed wasn't really what I worked. But next was Vileplume. I send out Shake. I go for Ice Beam. I take it out. Next up's Houndoom. I go for Earthquake. Then I thought she was gonna heal, so she takes me out with Flamethrower. I send out Swampert. I take a Dark Pulse and use Surf. Thank God I didn't flinch. Next up is her Gengar. I go for Sucker Punch. Take it out. Last up's Murkrow. It takes me out the Pluck. With, then I send out Water Dog. Thunderbolt finishes it off. Alright, to fight Lance. Leads off with Gyarados. Thunderbolt one-shots it. What a shock, right? Next up is Dragonite. I paralyze it. Then go for Thunderbolt as he gets for Outrage, taking me out. Send out Glalie. Ice Beam takes it out. Next up is Aerodactyl. I send in Swampert. I send in Chip. I go for a couple Surfs. A couple Surfs take it out as he heals a bit. Next up is our Dragonites. I Ice Beamed him down with Chip. Actually, one-shot is 1 level 49. Then I almost one-shot his other one. I think it was a damage roll. Like a low roll. So, you know, he attacked me. He healed. Another Ice Beam takes him out. Last up is Charizard. Takes me out with an Air Slash. I send out Cloud9. He goes for Dragon Claw. I go for Dragon Pulse. Dragon Claw takes me out. Next up is I send out Tears. I go for Body Slam. A couple more Body Slam. I get flinched to death. And I send out Prickly. Take it out the Sucker Punch. Alright, that was Pokemon Heartgold. He's my original Hoenn Team. Yeah, sorry about the mic quality, like, changing here, because I'm back in my dorm, and, well, my dorm's a lot more open than my room is. So sorry about that. That wasn't too big of a bother, but yeah, you know the drill. Now we gotta fight Blue and Red, and I'll see y'all. Well, it'll be right in a second for you. It'll be in a couple hours for me. Fun! Alright, Blue, let's do this. He leads off with his Executor, lead off with Tears. He goes for Psychic, I go for Heat Wave, and I take him out. Next up is Rhydon. I just sack him off. D-Bomb takes him out. Next up is Arcanine. I send out Water Dog to paralyze it. Then I go for Thunderbolt, but he takes me out with the Flare Blitz and Extreme Speed combo. Send out Chip. Earthquake finishes it off. Next up is his Machamp. I go for Earthquake. He goes for Dynamic Punch. I get confused. I hit myself with Confusion a few times. I eventually take him out. Next up Gyarados. I sack off Chip. Then I send out Prickly. I go for Leech Seed. Goes for Dragon Dance. Then he hits me with an Ice Fang. Not killing me, surprisingly. I hit it with a C-Bomb. Then Leech Seed takes him out. That's Pidgeot. I hit it with a Sucker Punch. It takes me out of return. I send out Sake, and one Ice Beam does it in. That was Blue. Alright, Red, let's fight. Leads off Pikachu, lead off with Chip. He hits me with Iron Tail. Lucky bastard. I never hit Iron Tail. I take him out with Earthquake. Next up is Venusaur. I send out Shake. We go for Ice Beam. He goes for Sludge Bomb. He heals because of buff from Hail. I go for Ice Shard, and another Ice Beam takes him out. Yeah. Take that. Alright, next up is his Charizard. I send out Water Dog. I go for Thunderbolt. Thunderbolt one-shots him. Surprisingly, honestly. Blastoise, Thunderbolt, one-shots him. Good job, Water Dog. MVP. Lapras, Thunderbolt one-shots him. And I'm realizing he has a big Electric-type weakness. I don't know why he didn't send out Snorlax, because I know his Snorlax has an Earthquake, but whatever. Lapras goes down Thunderbolt, actually able to tank one, because it's actually pretty bulky at the end of the day. Snorlax, I paralyzed it. He takes me out to Blizzard. I send out Prickly to get out a couple Seed Bombs. So Snorlax is a special tank, not a physical one. And there we go. We beat Red. Now it's Pokemon Heartgold, my original Hoenn Team. Hope you all enjoyed. See you all next time. Subscribe if you did. And all other cringy YouTuber shit. See ya.